Welcome back to Inside Texoma. Once again, Fantasy of Lights. It's already that time of year. I cannot believe it. It just seems like yesterday we were talking about this repair campaign. Speaking of a summer repair campaign, it is a big project. I understand it's been over a decade since anything like this, Texoma, has taken place to some of those awesome displays you see out there. So what does this mean to the displays, this campaign?
What it means is that we were able to gather about $20,000, and what it went to was repairing the colors of the displays, making them pop again, making them vibrant, and we were also able to look at the mechanics. For those displays that move, we're able to make them more smooth again, and for actually for some that haven't been working for years, they're now going to work.
Oh, that's awesome. And I know we're going to get into a little bit of that, so you'll know what to look for whenever you get out there, but how did this all happen, Randy? I mean, was this an idea that someone just came about and said, it's time to do this? How did this happen?
We have a running list, or had a running list created when I came on board. And what a lot of people don't realize is the Fantasy Lights, we actually have an advisory board, which is composed of city leaders, MSU personnel, and myself. And we all kind of got together and formed this list and have been adding to it. And I said, well, let's go ahead and try to tackle this year, because it's been a while. And so we went ahead and solicited for extra money through some of our donors to Fantasy Lights and MSU, and they were so kind to give us this extra money, and that's when we kind of started the repair process in May. And Don Henschel is one of the individuals that really took charge of it and has done so well, and we can talk about that more, but that's kind of how it was created.
So $20,000 is what it was, correct? I mean, you're already raising money just to keep this funded, as we talked about with, you know, a $40,000 light bill or something, every electric bill every single year. So now you're having to raise additional funds, and you did that, and so we're going to see a lot of neat things. Well, I understand, like you mentioned, Don Henschel, he's an MSU professor.
He's built Peter Pan. He built Santa's Workshop, which was built back in 2004 in honor of one of our donors, and so he's built several of them out there. So I think he has that personal investment in the Fantasy Lights, and he's a theater craftsman. He's got really a great skill set, so we owe him a big thank you.
Absolutely. What were some of the major displays that we're going to see some changes to this year? Can you talk about those?
Absolutely. That would be Cinderella, the Three Little Pigs, the Scrooge's House, Peter Pan, and the Scrooge and the Christmas Carol.
Yes.
And the nativity scene.
And maybe if you just picked one or two of these, what are the changes?
Well, Peter Pan is going to be moving, and a lot
that's
more.
New then.
Yeah.
The alligator underneath will be working. Hasn't worked in 2 or 3 years.
Wow.
So that'll be something new. So another thing, Cinderella and the carriage. That's been repainted. That's going to look nice. The Dickens Christmas Carol is going to look. The house itself's been repainted, so that looks good. But some of the internal mechanics, like you mentioned. Santa's house, where he's soaking his feet. That's been fixed. Santa in the chimney. So those are some of the internal mechanics that have been fixed. Try to do some new signage out there, kind of polish up all the signs for our donors. We have a new welcome sign. When you drive into Fantasy Lights, there will be a new welcome sign and who's collecting the donations for the boots that night. So we have a lot of neat things out there that are going to be new.
Is there something that you're, maybe each of you, really proud to see? I mean, this has been a lot of work for each of you.
It's hard to just pick one, to be honest. Something that I've noticed throughout the workday was the robot and the color. It was repainted completely, and the color, it's going to pop. It's going to pop. You're not going to be able to believe it. It's going to be out there.
And he's the blowing bubbles robot, correct?
Yes.
Right.
So he was gray, if I'm not mistaken. Is that right?
He's still gray, in my opinion, a little bit sharper gray. And also the red and the green that was on him. They're just, they're not faded, they're not chipping, they're new.
Right.
That's exciting.
It is.
And the bubbles are going to be blowing then too,
right?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. we invested in more expensive bubbles this year, so that's exciting. But I think seeing it as a whole, with me being coordinators, seeing it as a whole works. It's just exciting to see it all come together in unison. So we're excited about that.
Absolutely. Well, we, of course, need to take another quick break, but we're going to talk a lot about this opening night. There's going to be so much going on. It's a night you want to mark on your calendars this Friday. We're going to tell you when, where, what's all going to be happening right after this, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more. Welcome back to Inside Texoma. Once again, we are talking about the MSU Burns Fantasy of Lights. It's an annual tradition here in the falls. It's been taking place for more than 70 years. So it's a big part of our history and, of course, kicks off Christmas in style. And the opening ceremony, we want to get to that, is this Friday. We've made you all wait. Now, here's all the details you need to know. So go ahead and mark your calendars. And what time does it all kick off?
Well, the lights are going to turn on at 6 p.m. and our live entertainment is going to start at 6:30. We're going to start off with the Southern Hills Elementary Choir. They're going to be singing your favorite Christmas carols. And following them is going to be the Fane Elementary Choir, more Christmas carols.
It's going to be a really good night to bring the family out, right?
It is.
The MSU Band will have a concert in Aiken Auditorium, which they've done for years. And we'll actually have a gentleman named Jim Quashnock. He'll be playing the bells in the Hardin Tower before the opening ceremony, too.
Cool.
So there's some pre-event stuff as well. And, of course, Dr. Rogers will give the actual invocation when we start. So lots of things going on.
So what time do you recommend people to really get there?
About 4:45.
Okay.
This coming Friday, we get there about 5:45. So.
All right, and bring the kids out, because after the lights are going to be on, you can see all the displays and everything we've been talking about, and lots of photo opportunities, I understand, as well. Can you tell us about a new tradition that's being added?
Yes, we actually have a new picture-taking sled. It's kind of what we're calling it. And it's going to be it's a sled that we've redone, and it's got garland on the back. It's painted. It looks great. And families are actually going to be able to walk up to it and take their family photos, take some photos to make some memories.
I love it. And it's all free, because just make sure you bring your camera or your phone, turn that flash on or something, and then have that memory to go home with. Absolutely. And I understand there is quickly, though, a Facebook page for Fantasy of Lights, too, so I'm sure they'd appreciate maybe you tagging some of those photos and showing them off as well.
Yeah, on the Facebook page, yes, we'll have the live entertainment schedule for the whole month of Fantasy of Lights. We will have more information if you would like donation information. That will be on there. And we would just love to see the pictures that you take.
Yeah.
You can upload those. If you just search MSU Burns Fantasy of Lights on Facebook, it'll pop right up. Just go like us.
All right. Sounds good.
That's right.
You can see that on your screen, a link to that as well for you. We'll try to attach that under this show as well. So, and if you don't have a Facebook page, don't feel left out, because something else that's new this year, brochures are going to be out there.
That's
so
right.
What is going to all be in the brochure, and why did y'all feel that was such a need this year?
Just something to have tangible at Fantasy Lights that people can take with them. It tells a story, our mission statement for Fantasy Lights, and also donation opportunities. And that's actually tied in with our website, which is mwsu.edu/fantasy. And that's also our website. So if you don't have a Facebook page, don't feel left out. So there's plenty of ways to find out about everything Fantasy Lights.
I like that, because so often, this time gets so busy for a lot of people. There's a lot going on, maybe you don't know right away if you're going to be free that evening or another evening, but that brochure, put on your refrigerator or something, because there's lots of different events going on, which I think is really cool. Someone's actually going to be out there reading to the children, I understand. What are some of the different people that are going to be coming out, or the different events taking place?
Well, we'll have Miss Carla Sims, and she'll be reading a storybook to the children at 2 p.m. on Saturday, December 8th.
Okay.
That'll be going on. Like we were talking about before, the live entertainment, that will be periodically going on throughout the whole month. And from what I hear, Santa might be making a few appearances.
Oh.
So he'll be out there as
plus.
well.
That's right.
And speaking of Santa, I understand they have some major connections here at Texoma with Santa. He's going to be there on your calendar. Go ahead and mark it down. December 7th, opening night, right?
He will be there Friday, so invite all the children to come out, and the parents. Maybe the parents have a wish list, but he'll be out there, greet everybody. And I think he always gives candy canes, so I think that's a tradition he's been doing for us at Fantasy Light, something unique.
That's pretty cool.
So, yeah.
And, in case you miss Santa for some reason, there is a way also for the little ones to send those their Christmas list to the North Pole, and you can do it right there as well.
You can drop off your letter, and we'll make sure they get to Santa. He makes deliveries there and picks up the mail, so we'll make sure that those letters get out.
That's pretty cool. So a lot going on. This is a great location, a great tradition to start in your family if you haven't, and one to continue on if you have. And it's all this Friday, 6 o'clock. Midwestern State University. Now, just in case people are not aware where MSU is, can you give us the address for that?
3410 Taft Boulevard. That's the official address for Midwestern State University. It'll be on the Hardin lawn.
Okay.
So you can't miss it. It'll be on the north side of Hardin building. So.
And what street do they really need to start coming down? Because there is a way to kind of get in the line if you'd like to stay in your car. What streets do you kind of suggest maybe for people to come down? So
they can just go down on Taft, and there will be a special section for the traffic to go through, and you can view it from your car and also make a donation. So there'll be spaces for that. And if you want to park and walk the site, walk Fantasy Lights, you can park in the Hardin building. There's some vacant parking spaces there as well.
Okay. I know we've talked about the different things you're excited about seeing, but what about this night specifically and what it really means to you?
I'm just excited to see all of the hard work that is put in by everybody, the community. It comes together opening night, so I'm excited to see the lights flip on and whew, it works.
Yeah, yeah.
So that'll be a lot of fun. Also to see everybody's faces when they see all of the new repairs that we've made. You're going to be able to see it.
What about you?
I think along the same lines as what Jennifer said, just seeing it all come together, but more importantly, seeing how this ushers in the holiday season in Wichita Falls, Texas. It's something unique to us and really gets the community involved. Yes, it's at MSU, but we have to thank all the people that are involved, all the volunteers. We couldn't do it without them.
And speaking of that, you know, I understand there's lots of new businesses, lots of new organizations that jumped on board this year to really make that happen. And you guys have a place for them to check out all those names in case, you know, you'd like to say thanks to them personally as well for keeping your tradition alive. Sure. Where can they go to take a look at that list?
MSU website, mwsu.edu/fantasy. And also we'll have a lot of stuff on our Facebook, which Jennifer will be putting up. And also we do a big thank you ad in the newspaper once Fantasy Lights is done. So a lot of ways to check out, you know, who's involved with Fantasy Lights and how you can get involved.
Absolutely. Well, we just appreciate you both being here today, and we look forward to this Friday night, 6 o'clock on the Hardin lawn. I know we've drilled that into your head, so we expect to see lots of people out there. Free hot chocolate, I understand.
That's
we almost left that part out.
Free hot chocolate, first come, first serve. Yeah, a tradition that Mrs. Burns started, and we're trying to continue that as well. So something to keep you warm while you're out there enjoying the festivities that night.
Going full circle here with the tradition.
Absolutely.
And you know, we've already talked to Skywarn 6 Certified Broadcast Chief Meteorologist Ken Johnson. He is working hard to make sure we have a great forecast that
awesome.
night.
Good.
So
We need it.
a special little request into him.
Yes,
So.
yes.
Well, thanks again. We really appreciate it and
you,
appreciate
Ashley.
all the hard work that both of you have poured in. And we want to say a big thanks to you, Texoma, for joining us this morning and for watching. You can find the very latest, even watch this again, posted on your Facebook page at newschannel6now.com. Just click on the Inside Texoma tab. We hope you have a wonderful day, and we will see you back here next Sunday morning for another look inside Texoma.